I was born with a rare syndrome called tilted disc syndrome. It affects 1 to 2% of the population, and I was one of the unfortunate ones to get it. This caused my eye to be in this awkward location. My parents didn't notice it until I was 3, and when I finally went to the doctor for the first time to see about the problem, they said they couldn't do anything about it. So for most of my childhood, I had to live with this appearance. This caused a lot of bullying, and a lot of kids to call me ugly, and a lot of kids thought I was blind. I didn't trust anyone except a few friends who I had who didn't care about how I looked. Around this time, there was a new book that came out called Wonder, so I finally decided to read it. And this gave me a lot of inspiration to stand up, because even though I was born with this weird syndrome, I knew I was still beautiful. It's just the other kids were too blind to see it. I got through my elementary school years, and I finally got the treatment I needed, so then I could have a normal appearance. Though there were a lot of side effects. I did get sick, and I got a lot of headaches, but that was only for a few months, and then finally I was good. But they had to plant these metal implants so then my eye could be adjusted, and that caused some weird facial expressions. So whenever I grinned, it would look really weird, and whenever I was looking over at someone, my eyes would be really wide open. A lot of kids started to call me the devil, and it was really, really sad. This caused a lot of depression in me, though I thought of what the Wonder Kid, Augie, would do, and I realized that, who cares? You be you. You're amazing. I just went with that throughout my middle school years. I'm a freshman in high school now, and I don't care how I look. I don't care if I have a weird facial expression. I don't care if I once was a freak. I just be myself. And that is what gets you through life. So to all those people who are being bullied out there for their looks, just remember, you are beautiful on the inside, and that's all that matters.
Oh my god, and we totally jumped off the cliff and had to swim all the way to shore because the dog chased us all the way to the end.
So on this particular day in the year 1986, the most wonderful woman in the world, my grandmother, was watching me. She put me in a high chair, she turned around for a moment, and what did I do? I felt the need to stand and dance to the rhythm of my heart. And I started to shake my little booty all around, and suddenly the swaying and movement of my little pudgy body caused my high chair to tip over with me in it. She turns around at the last moment to see me land on the ground, and the weight of me in the high chair snapped my arm. Break number 1. Now let's fast forward a little bit. I'm 4 years old, I'm playing on the playground, I see all these kids having the time of their life. For some reason in my mind, they looked like Olympians. And then there's me, an athletically challenged 4-year-old. But I was like, yeah, I'll show you. So I get on the monkey bars, I'm having a great time. And then suddenly I decide, I don't want to be up so high anymore. So I let go. Snap, crackle, pop. Break number 2. So in this story, time passes, and around the age of 11 years old, I love baseball. At least I think I love baseball. To be honest, I was never really good at baseball, but I wanted to play because that's what all my friends did. On this particular day, it was my turn to go up to bat. I swing, I crack the ball, and I just sprint to first base. I decided to slide into that base. Then guess what I heard? Snap! Whoops! Break number 3. And as I'm healing from this third broken arm, I start to think, maybe I shouldn't play sports. I'm not good at them. I don't enjoy going to practice or anything like that. But I was like, I have no choice. If I want to have some type of social life and be accepted, I gotta love sports. Once I got the cast off, I said I'm going back out to the field and I'm gonna keep playing baseball, dadgummit. So now I'm 13 years old, sporting a beautiful butt cut. So I'm out playing baseball once again, and we can all see where this story is going. I hit the ball, I go to first base. They say rounded, go to second. I go to second base. Guess what I do? I slid. Safe! Holy mother of Zeus! I didn't break my arm, guys. Then the coach said, keep going. And I was like, yeah, man, I am gonna keep going. I put my arm down trying to make it look cool as I slide into third base. And then what do I hear? And this time I didn't cry. It wasn't dramatic. I felt like a jaded, grumpy 80-year-old man. Now let's fast forward to 10th grade. When I woke up and had an epiphany one morning, I realized, Josh, doing all these sports things and trying to fit in with all the popular kids, that doesn't make you happy. What makes you happy? What do you truly love? The answer was clear. I love to entertain. But then when I was 18, I made a big decision and I moved to New York City to pursue one of the big loves of my life, this industry. Whether I'm 2 years old and dancing in a high chair, or I'm in my 30s and I'm documenting my life or making my next music video, that's me. That's Josh. So take my advice, internet. Don't waste years and years of your life trying to fit in to an image that you think other people will like just because that's popular. Do what you like. My advice to you, avoid the metaphorical broken arms and really listen to who you are.
Oh my god, and we totally jumped off the cliff and had to swim all the way to shore because the dog chased us all the way.
The first time I picked up a camera was probably back in grade 10. It was this big, bulky device, heavy to carry, and honestly, I had no idea how to use. But at that time, and still to this day, I watched a ton of YouTube. Creators like Kev Jumba, Nika Higa, Shay Carl, Philip DeFranco, the OGs of YouTube. I wanted to do exactly what they were doing. Pick up a camera and just talk and connect with an audience. Except for when I picked up a camera, nothing came out of my mouth. I didn't know what to say, and more importantly, I couldn't make a connection with anyone. Making videos was just a hobby during high school for me. Because in high school, only one thing mattered to me: being popular. I wanted to be that cool Asian dude from that movie Tokyo Drift, you know, with all the ladies and the supercars. But that couldn't happen because all I had was a bike. And my grades ended up paying big time for that. I used to slack off, not hand in my assignments, be unprepared for every single test given to me. It was bad, guys. I'm not even exaggerating with you. My average mark was probably a C throughout my senior year. And you think me coming home with a C average to my Asian parents is a good thing? I say nay, nay. Let's just say my ass cheeks were pretty sore that year. My parents were 100% set that I needed to be in university. I was sitting looking out at the window, just looking at the cars drive by and wondering to myself, what am I doing? I just felt so lost. And more than anything, scared. What am I gonna do in 1 year? Where will I be in 3 years? If I can get you guys to take anything away from this video, is not to care about being popular in school. It is so insignificant. Just worry about you. Do you in high school. And it wasn't until I got to university where I really took this in, where I thought to myself, I need to start doing me. And that's when I picked up the camera again and I started the David Parody channel. I started doing things for myself. And honestly, it was the best decision of my life. Yes, I lost a ton of friends, but I was okay with that. I even had to go against my parents, my own damn parents. They saw how much time I was spending on my YouTube over school, and guess what? They didn't like it. I wanted YouTube to be my full-time job, and I wasn't gonna stop until I got it. So I made a plan. Finish my degree, get that piece of paper to make my mom and dad happy, and disappear. And I don't mean physically disappear. I'm saying you gotta go to a higher level thinking. You gotta hustle. You gotta work hard. And the most important thing of all, you gotta have patience. You gotta be willing to play the long-term game. Because for me, I'm in it for legacy.
Oh my god, and we totally jumped off the cliff and had to swim all the way to shore because the dog chased us all the way to the end. Oh.